Oh, I was supposed to tell you why I'm late. I'm late today because my son and I had to go get him out, and then we had to pack right quick for one night. So we threw everything in the truck and came on. That's why I'm late today. So I'm usually sitting in here waiting for y'all. It's not today. So I wanted to tell you that. This is the website that you need to go to when um, what you call it's down. TCTC. Let me just go ahead and do something. www.tctc.mylabsplus.com. You need to write that down. This is the one you use when Blackboard is down, but Blackboard is never down. So, is it? Yeah. And they wonder why I don't want to use it. Let's go in and make fun of the people who haven't done it yet because of this little bit. One moment. Hold on. Just hold on a second. Um, I'm going to go through everything. 110, and there's 30 people in here. So let's make fun of the students that haven't done it, which is going to be what, 15 maybe? 16. Okay, 16 people have signed up. That leaves 14 losers. I'm sorry, students that have not signed up. So if your name is not on here, then you are going to fail this class. Bowen, Charles, Cooper, Dunlap, Haney, Hunter, Johnson, Martin, Moore, Novak. That's Novak. Payella. Oh, you actually signed up? Who did it for you? Parker, Perkins, Cisco, Tucker, and Young. The rest of y'all are losers and live in the ditch. Because you have 12 dead grandmothers. Let's see, 5 flat tires. What else? Lightning struck your house. What else? Dog ate your laptop. Cat peed on the keyboard. What else? Oh yeah, you're lazy. Okay, just wanted to make sure I had all that straight. Go ahead and get the wrong wall plate, and then I'll go over everything. Who's here? If you're not here, raise your hand. Today is Thursday. What did I drop down to? I knew it was 25 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. I picked up one. All right, who's not here? Bowen, Brownell, Charles, Cooper, Dunlap, Gaddis, Gaddis, Gadsden, Haney, Hunter, Johnson and Johnson. Both of you? Okay, I guess both of you are here. Martin's here. Moore, Nixon. Okay, this is your first day. Novak. Yella's here. Parker, Perkins, Rodriguez, Cisco, as in the software company, Cisco. Um, Small, Smith, both of them. Okay, Tucker, Patakis is here, and Young is here. All right, now, 2 things I want to go ahead and put up on the board right now, in case I didn't do it the other day. And if I did it the other day, then great. But if I didn't, here it is. You need to write it down. Let me set this right so y'all can see it, because I'm going to set it at 36. There we go. www.tctc.mylabsplus.com. Now, this is for people that have registered. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. They have tried to wire and booby trap everything to where you have to go to Blackboard to do everything. I don't know why there's somebody on campus that wants to force students to use Blackboard, but there is. So, if you don't use, I'm telling you, if you don't go to Blackboard to register, then something's going to happen. I don't know what. All right? It may not work. It may say that you're not in the class or whatever. So for those 14 people that have not registered, how do you do it? You go to Blackboard. Like this, it'll be on the video, so I'm just going to say it. You go to Blackboard. How do you go to Blackboard? You go to tctc.edu, you log in, go to the Learn tab. You go to the Learn tab, it'll be right in the middle of the page. It says Log into Blackboard. There's also a Login to Blackboard and to log in to TCTC. There's a link to it. Either way. So log into Blackboard. Once you log into Blackboard, click on Math 110. Once you click on Math 110, on the left-hand side, there will be a link. And it'll say Bridge to MyLabs Plus. Hit that, go into it, and you can just hit the X and X out all the stuff. Or you can read it if you want to. And then it'll say, do you accept? And you say yes. And then it'll ask you if you have an access code, if you're going to buy an access code online, or if you're going to use buy later. Okay? There's three choices. How do you get your access code? You get your access code three ways. It comes with your new book. You can buy an access code and have a used book, or no book, out of the bookstore, or you can buy it online. And where it says buy access code online, buy online, that's how you do that. If you've got a credit card or a Visa or whatever, debit card, you can do that. Okay? If you ain't got no money in the bank, then you don't need to hit that. Simple as that. Alright? What is the 14-day grace period? That's buy later. Let's say you're in financial aid, or you get financial aid, and you want to buy it online, and you got to wait for your funds to be transferred, whatever the case may be. You're waiting for a paycheck price. Then hit buy later, and that way you can go ahead and start on the homework. I haven't started any homework yet, so it's not a big deal. But I want everybody on MyLabs Plus, hopefully this week. At least 14 people I said today. But y'all didn't listen. Right? And you had 12 dead grandmothers. All right? If you have trouble with your TCTC account, you call the help desk. Now, I might have given you this the other day. I don't know. If I did, then just write it down again. The help desk number is 646-1779. Do not call down there with attitude. These are computer tech people. They have job security. They will get attitude right back. And you don't need attitude. Okay, all you need to do is say, I need help. That's what you need to say. I need help. My password doesn't work. Or my email. How do I forward my email to my phone? Which every student should do. Instead of checking every other month. Okay? What if you have problems with MyLabs Plus? Well, any problems as far as they tell us to tell you to use Firefox. Everybody with me? And then sometimes I'll pull up Firefox up here, and I'll pull up MyLabs Plus, and it'll be a blank screen. But if I go over to Internet Explorer, it'll work fine. Same thing, vice versa. I'll pull up Internet Explorer, pull up a blank screen. When I pull up the test, go over to Firefox, it'll work. I don't know. I'm not a computer guru. None of y'all are. So these people, they don't even know. They tell you to use it, and then you turn around and use something else. So if you get a glitch type thing happening with your MyLabs Plus, my first suggestion is to switch to another, what do you call it? Internet service provider, not internet service provider, search engine. Go to another search engine. You got three. You got Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Google Chrome. Those three is what they say to switch between. And that's the best thing I can tell you. But the 1-800 number that I use for MyLabs Plus is 1-800-677-6337. Now make sure you don't put eighths in there, because you put eighths in there, you get dang old porno.com or something. You get some kind of, I did that one time. I, I, I called it in class. I said, this is a 1-800-877-8337. It's some kind of dating service or something. And I was like embarrassed. And everybody said, that ain't right. And then I called 677. So make sure you, I don't know what it is. That was 2 or 3 semesters ago. I don't know what it is now. There's no telling. Probably Cleo telling fortunes again. But that is the two numbers you need to know about. Okay? Now, after you have registered onto and hit the 14-day, or you hit buy now, or you hit access code, type in your access code. Once you have done that, then you can use that site right there and just save it on your desktop and go through it every day and not have to worry about going through Blackboard. They booby trap it. Let me tell you, the last semester I found that out. They want you to go through Blackboard for some reason. I think it's a bureaucratic thing so they can tell Columbia that everybody's using Blackboard. That's the way I think. I tell whoever. Everybody in our campus uses Blackboard. That means you went through to go through and you never use it again, but you use Blackboard. I think that's what it is. But that wouldn't happen at a state funded college, would it? All right. Who's got questions about that? Anybody got questions about books? Anybody got a question about registering? Anybody got a question about supply? Okay. Now, let me go through and tell you about MyLabs Plus and what it is and what it does. I'm going to go through quick. What time is it? My clock's messed up on me. 1:36. I got about 20 minutes. Okay. MyLabs Plus I've used for a long time. I brought it onto campus when I was like in 1996 with a little 3.5-inch disc. All right, because I didn't see the point in students having to write all these problems and me having to go through all these problems. So I said, there's got to be a way, and that's what we got. We moved, and Interact Math moved into my math lab, and my math lab became Course Compass, and Course Compass became all of these things that you're using now in accounting, science, and math. It's become this big thing. And this is a Rolex versus what we use in calculus, which is a Timex. What we use in calculus is called WebAssign, and it sucks. It sucks with capital letters. It's awful compared to this. So you should be very happy to deal with this. All right. When you click on when you get registered, you're going to come to a screen that looks like this, like that. And of course, you click on Math 110, and you come to a screen that looks like this. There's 4, and I want everybody to start writing this stuff down because you're going to, even though some of you are going to go, you really want me to write that down? Yes, because I have students a week from now, when I start doing homework, I will have a student that will come up, that will email me or text me and say, I have been all over Blackboard and I cannot find your homework. Do they get a reply? Nope. What do they get if they come up to me and say, I've been all over Blackboard and I can't find your homework? I'm going to look at them like they're an idiot. Why? Because I have told you 6, 7, 8 times, I do not use Blackboard for homework on my test. That makes about 9. Where do you go to find your homework? Well, you might want to start at the button that says what? You'd be surprised. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not. Miss Young, am I making this stuff up? I'm not. I want y'all to be working on these 2 right here. Orientation and intermediate algebra review. That's what y'all need to be working on. I expect questions. The more questions, the better. Because if you have a question, what's the chances that somebody else in the class has a question? Very high. Okay, because we all forget and remember about the same things. All right, when it comes to math. We all forget the exponential rules. We all forget those. We all forget the reverse FOIL. We always forget the shortcut. We forget how to rationalize the denominator. We forget things like that because we don't use it all the time. All right? So I want y'all to be working on this. Now I'm going to hit the intermediate algebra review. to show you the different aspects of the homework. Let's just click on one. I want to click on one that's got an easy answer because I don't want to. All right. It says use the formula for a binomial squared to simplify. The answer is 64x squared plus 144xy plus 81y squared. Okay, you should be able to do that just like that. Not probably a bit better than I did it, but the whole point is you should be able to. Okay, happy you were saying, because you've forgotten, and that's what this is for. Now, all of my homework has these buttons over here. These buttons are for a reason. These are called learning styles. They're called learning aids, but they're different learning styles. Help me solve this, and this is where I want you to write this down so you'll know. Help me solve this is what I call a guided tutorial. A guided tutorial is basically a tutor that likes to talk. You ever gone into the tutoring lab, wherever you go, and there's this older gentleman or older woman sitting there, and you ask her a simple question, it's only 3 steps, and they take like 7 steps to explain it to you? That's a guided lecture or guided tutorial. In other words, they take each aspect, each step, and they break it down to where you understand it. Now, who would use this? Somebody that has never seen college algebra before. All right. Now, I'm not talking about the reviews. I'm talking about just in the homework. Let's say we're doing completing the square. Now, when I say completing the square, everybody should say, "Oh yeah, I know how to do that," but they don't because teachers don't teach it. If you're in Algebra 2 and you haven't heard or mastered completing the square, you didn't get your money for it or pre-calc because you should know how to complete the square. I do nothing in here by the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is made to do when you have a quadratic with decimals. That's what the quadratic formula is made for. Why do they teach it? They teach it because it's easier to teach than it is completing the square. Which one's easier to do in your head? Completing the square. The quadratic formula, you have to use a calculator. Because, you could do the math in your head, but it's so tedious that you end up making a mistake. But the best way to do anything is the quadratic formula. Let's say I throw out the quadratic formula. I say, okay, let's work on it. And I give you some homework problems. Now help me solve this is for the students. Like, hold on. Novak. I was thinking one syllable, I'm sorry. Miss Novak, she's never seen complete square. She's going to hit this because she's going to need steps inside of steps to understand it because she's never seen it before. So Hubert, what are you for? Well, I just sit up here and take attendance. That's all I do. No, this is for you at home when you're on number 15 and you can't get to number 16. That's what these buttons are for in my picture. It's not to take place for the instructor. It's not for me to sit up there and do nothing and let you do this. That's what this guy used to say. All he does is fall on the online homework and test. Yeah, that way I could teach the whole time. Anyway, what's the difference between help me solve this and view an example? View an example is for somebody like Mr. Smith and Mr. Smith up there that have taken Algebra 2 before or pre-cal and they remember bits and pieces of complete the square, but they don't remember how it goes. Everybody understand? There's your I'm lost student, and then there's your I remember a little bit, but I don't remember all of it. So the view an example, it doesn't ask you questions. It just show me how to do it. I don't want to hear no crap. Just show me how to do it. Just show you how to do it. Versus to help me solve this, which is not going to just show you how to do it. It's going to ask you what? It's going to ask you questions between steps to say, okay, you've never seen this before, so which one of these does this look like? And you say, oh, it looks like a plus because this is a minus and that's a plus and that's a plus. So you go, ding, and you feel good about yourself. Okay? I would love to program these things in here where you get something wrong. I get fired. But you get something wrong and it says, I'm sorry, that answer is not correct. Oh no. It would be, you should quit. I get fired. McDonald's is hiring. Okay. Now, McDonald's, they want to move up to $15 an hour. Yeah, let's do that. That way you can work at McDonald's for $15 an hour the rest of your life. Think about that. Would you want to do that? What? Okay, you're a loser. All right, textbook. What is this for? Well, let's say that you're one of these people that read War and Peace in 3 days. Okay? Or you read 5 books a week. And there are some of y'all that do that, and what I tell you, I can't read Sunday paper without falling asleep. Y'all can. Y'all can read like 3 books a week. That's the learning style of reading. Reading. See it, read it, take it to the book, print it out, read it on the thing, and go back to the class. That's for you readers. Visual learners, you usually have a video. I must have picked one without a video. But usually you'll have a video over here. Let's say you want to print it out. Print out the whole assignment. You print that out. Usually that's what everybody uses the print button for. Prints out the whole assignment. So ever how many questions up there, that's how many you're going to get on a piece of paper. You go through, you do it, paper and pencil, then go back and type in the answer. Okay? Well, you skipped one, Hubert. Well, this is my button. Okay? This is, I love this button. And Miss Young, where's my other student? They didn't come to class today. Oh, Mr. You were in here. There's one. Oh, Christian. She switched seats home. Tell the class this. I'm going to ask you yes or no. Is this button used a lot in your classes that you've been in? You didn't say. Oh, yeah, you didn't see me. How about you? Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't say much. Actually, yeah, that button right there. Yeah. What? No. In the class that you were in, was it used by other students? Yes. Thank you. Okay, because you never did come to class. All right, now you came come to class. Okay, what did that do? Well, the reason, there's 3 or 4 reasons I love this button. One is, you hit the button, you only have to hit, even the LADers, LAD, lazy attitude disorder, you hit that button, all you got to do is hit this other button, just boom, 2 seconds it's sent to me. Simple as that. I'm going to put a note in here because I want you to see that it comes to my email just as soon as you send it. You suck. And you can send that. And as soon as I pull up my handy dandy email, you will see, if I move all this crap out of the way, there's the one that just sent, and it says, and show you that it's the one I sent, not 3 hours ago. There it is. Okay? Now, why is this convenient for the student? That's not rhetorical. I'm actually asking you. Why? You can get help on the problems that you cannot do at home. When do you use Ask My Instructor? When you've gone through the other buttons or the buttons that you like and you still don't understand it or you still don't have a clue. Now, why is it also convenient for the, how many students are you don't have to raise your hands, how many students do you know in the past that despise raising their hand in class because they thought the question was what? Stupid or wrong, okay? Now in here, you should feel that way because I'm going to say it's a stupid question. No, I'm just kidding. Anytime you've got something like this, you need to take advantage of it because you can send 5 or 10 questions. Miss Young, how many questions do you remember being sent in a class, one of your classes? 5 or 6, 11 or 12, what? 6 to 10, usually every day. No, that's not every day. Say again? Yes. What I do is, and this is why it's convenient for me, I take the question and then I scoot it over here to my 110 file. See that 110 file right there? And then every day before class, I open that file up, and it has questions from before the previous class and the class that I'm at right now. And I take 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes, as Ms. Young says, I'll take up the whole class with it. Now, how do I discern whether to take up a whole class period or not? Depends on the question. If I see all questions on one question, then I can probably do two of those questions and knock that out. But if I see a whole section, then that means that y'all didn't listen to me because I'm perfect. And I taught y'all, and y'all didn't listen. Now, it means I need to go over it again. Okay? So I gave the class based on these questions. So what does that mean? Double-edged sword. That means if you don't send any questions at the class, what am I going to assume? You got it, and I'm going to move on to the next section. Okay? Get it? So what do you have to do daily? You don't have to finish it. But what do you have to do daily in order to have some kind of sentence about the class? You have to do the what? Do the homework. Now, I'm not saying go through and do every single problem every night. What I would do if I was you is do every other hour or do every other problem. Exactly. Yes. Because if you could do half the problem, then you can do the what? You can do the other half. And that way, you send me a problem, you have a problem with it, and you have it to fall back on. When you do the other problem, you have it in your notebook. See, it's not rocket science. You just have to think. Yeah. Use a little bit of common what? Sense. Now, let's look at the test. What do you mean, look at the test, Hubert? Let me look, see what time it is. I've got about 5 minutes. I'm going to show you one of my tests, so that's where you can see how I do tests. If I can load it right quick, because I know I haven't loaded it. I'm going to load one, hopefully from last semester. Import. Yes. Yes. Don't advertise that, because I got to give y'all some terrible, hard, difficult in-class stuff. I've got to do that. I'm being facetious. You'll be all right. Okay, go to test, and when you go to test, that button says test. You'll see Hubert's test in here, hopefully. But I didn't. I'm thinking, and I'm in a hurry, so you know what that constitutes. I thought I brought it in. Did I not bring it in? These are all tests that I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about these tests. Bring it in again. I know. It's a conspiracy. There it is. Hubert, Unit 1 test. Import. There we go. And then I go here. And there it is. And I'm going to set it. Oh my God, I know I got a Hammy out there going, oh my God, we got a test. We got a test. Look at you. Look at you. Here's somebody's out there saying that right now. What's today? Today is the what? January what? 14th. Thank you. January 14th. And I'm going to close it at 12 o'clock. Or I'm going to close it at 12 o'clock. So today's the 14th. Thank you. 14th. Trying to be smart, ain't you? Thank you, smart. Okay, here you go. Save and sign. And now when you pull up test, the test button, that's where you look for test and then the test button. It'll pull up Hubert's Unit 1 test. Most of the time, 90% of the time, if my name is on it, you're responsible for it. Okay? This stuff down here, this is for you people that just want to spend time taking tests. It doesn't help you, it doesn't hurt you. Okay? For somebody that's never taken an online test, you might want to play around with some of these. These are generic tests. They're extra problems. About the only thing you'll get out of it. This counts. You hit that, it'll say, it'll say that, and it'll say, do you want to take the test? Yes. You have 105 minutes. Am I ready to start? If you drank 2 glasses of wine, or 2 glasses of milk, or whatever, if the kids put to sleep, whatever the case may be, don't take it during the tornado, okay? Or a blizzard, all right? And there's the questions. Now, you got math questions, and then you got some questions like these. What is Hubert's email address and cell number? Which one do you think it is? Now, a lot of you are saying, what in the heck is he doing? Well, about 2 years ago, we had a dean from Clemson take over our division, and he said, I want everybody, every classroom that's in my division, I want them to make sure they can read the handout and make sure that they read the syllabi. So I started putting it on myself. That's what I do. So, and they actually liked it. So why is this one the answer and not the other one? It's the only one that makes sense. Pattern. Well, people miss this one. This is the second most missed question of my bonus question. Yeah, and they procreate too. All right, will Hubert's final exam be online? No, it will not. Oh, yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. I give you a 5-question in class final, like what day is it and stuff like that. Yeah. Yes, you will be online because I have to give you an in-class test. When is the week of finals? Now, this is a different semester, but what do you think the week of finals is? Golly, y'all know the week of finals even in another semester. It's a miracle. I give you 10 of these on each test. What's another reason I give you these questions? They're significant to your grade. At the end of the semester, you won't come up to me and ask me, when's the last day of class? Let's see what this one is. When's the last day of class? What do you think it is? How about C? Like I said, I had 2 people come up to me and say, I'm offended because you were using biblical references. That's the freaking Terminator. And then I had somebody say, I'm offended by September 11th. Yeah, but you're not offended by December 7th, 1941? What was that? No, that's what they said. Well, what's that? I said, case in point. Didn't even know what day. Don't even get me started. But we can tell you when Deshaun, what's his name, the quarterback for the court, we can tell you when he went to the bathroom. Don't even get me started on that. So we can't tell you who the Vice President of the United States is. What branch of the military did Hubert serve? Marines. If you get this one wrong, please say Boy Scouts or Navy, okay? Don't say the other one. It's the Marine Army thing. And so you've got other math problems. Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam? No way, no how is the only possible answer. When does the homework terminate? When should it terminate? I don't do this, but when should it terminate? Midnight before the test starts. Where is all of Hubert's homework and tests done? I prefer the kitchen. How about online? This is the most missed question of my bonus. I give you 10 bonus questions. This one is the one that's most missed. How is the homework test and exam weighed in Hubert's class? A. Why isn't it B? Doesn't equal 100. Duh. Doesn't equal 100, people. And that's how my test goes. Oh, why does Hubert not entertain extra credit, extra points, dropping any grades during the last week of finals? Because he wants me to sail and live in the ditch. How about C? Because, or yeah, he's mean. That's probably it. He awards me extra points for these type questions on each test, which is about, his average is anywhere from 30 to 50 points, depending on how much they've worked. And he drops the lowest 2 grades on each unit. So that's why you shouldn't ask me for extra credit at the end of the semester. Okay, and that's how you do the test. Now, even if you don't have a clue how to do the math, you can still make a 38 or a 39. Now do you see why I say if you've ever met somebody that can't pass my class, you should move away from them slowly? Because lightning might strike and hit you. Okay, now what should you be working on? You should be working still on registering. You should get your book and supplies squared away. And now you need to start working on what? The orientation and the review, and send me questions on the review. If I come in Tuesday or Wednesday, and I don't have any questions on the intermediate review, what am I going to do? I'm going to start with chapter 1 or unit 1. Yes, ma'am. No, I don't open the test until afterwards. Okay? I do that for a reason. But if you want me to, I'll be glad to. For one person. All right, y'all get out of here. Have a good day. Watch for my Bubba tea and my coveralls on the debate tonight. I'm just kidding.